Because the money is irrelevant.
Exactly.
You can't take it with you, son. And I couldn't spend what I've earned in 50 lifetimes.
Intriguing watching for people, I suppose. I don't think Anthony Joshua is the landlord. I don't think coming after getting ironed out by Daniel Dubois puts you in the box seat. You are both the biggest names in British boxing over the last decade. This is the past having an opportunity to have a swan song with huge money attached to it because people want to see this particular fight. That's not about heavyweights. That's not about world titles. That's about money. That's all that's about. And if that's what people want to go and watch, that's fine. I'm more interested in what's happening with Moses Atoma. I'm more interested in what's happening with Fabio Wardley and Daniel Dubois and Ajit Kabiel, because I think they're the future and the way that heavyweight boxing is.
Listen, he's a real hero. It wouldn't be boxing chat if we didn't talk AJ, if we didn't talk Fury. How are you seeing that fight going? If it happens, you got AJ, you got Fury, who wins?
It's a tough one. I think the fight's too late. I think this fight should have happened 2 years ago.
Why? Are they both over the hill?
Do you know what it is? No, I don't think they're both over the hill, not at all. I think technically Tyson's a better fighter. But I think strength-wise, I mean, you know, Tyson's been put on his arse. AJ's been put on his arse. I just think, look, it's a real tough one because the ability that Tyson's got for the size he is, how agile he is and quick he is, and his technique's beautiful. But if you look at AJ, he's got so much better as he's got through his career. Because a lot of these heavyweight fighters haven't got too many battles in them, and AJ's had a lot of battles. Tyson, I don't think he's had as many battles, as many hard nights as AJ. But I do think that the fight should have happened 2 years ago, if you know what I mean, as a fan. I think now it might be a little bit old, but if there's any fight in the heavyweight division that needs to be done, it's only that.
Tyson Fury openly takes shots at Anthony Joshua, claiming that Joshua has been calling him repeatedly and pushing hard for a fight. According to Fury, Joshua is chasing the matchup mainly for money rather than legacy. He confidently calls himself the money machine of boxing and insists that Joshua is desperate for the payday and attention that only he can bring to the sport.
Me wanting a fight with him, he'll be begging me to do a fight with him. Begging me. You watch. You heard it here first.
What makes you think he'll be begging you?
Money. I'm the cash cow. Top of the tree. With the biggest broadcaster on earth behind me. Not only for boxing, reality TV and documentaries. I'm their golden child. Where else is he going to go? Who's he going to fight? Fight hard people for no money? That sounds really clever to do.
Carl Froch breaks down the missed moment between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, pointing out how Joshua hesitated instead of stepping into the confrontation. The debate is getting louder as Eddie Hearn suggests Fury may need a tune-up fight first, raising questions about timing, confidence, and who really wants the fight more.
I just feel there's a missed opportunity. Why did AJ sit there and not get involved in it? Was it because he was a bit worried? Did the reality of it dawn on him and he's like, oh, Fury's in. That wasn't a bad performance against Makhmudov, actually. I'm not ready for that. I don't know where his head is, but it's now transpired and Eddie's confirmed that Fury won't be AJ's next fight. He said he needs, he'll almost certainly need a tune-up fight first. Now, that makes sense, but he's got to be careful who he fights. So, just to summarise, I think if this fight's going to happen next, which it looks like it won't be, AJ should have got in the ring. They should have had a bit of a face-off. They should have had a pull and a push and got stuck in. I think that's what Netflix wanted them to do. Certainly what Turkel Al-Sheikh, the ring mag and all the people involved wanted them to do.
Anthony Joshua dismisses the hype around Tyson Fury, saying it all feels repetitive to him after hearing similar talk during the Wilder and Fury build-up. Still, he respects Fury's style but confidently warns that Fury will struggle when they finally meet, insisting it will be a physically demanding night for him. Frank Warren turns up the pressure, insisting the public demand is clear and Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury is the fight everyone wants. He questions Joshua's decision not to step into the ring, pushing the idea that delays and hesitation are only increasing fan frustration and making the demand for the showdown even louder.
What he needs to is get in the ring with him next. That's what everybody wants to see. Oh, did you hear everybody? They all want to see the fight.
We want to see the
whole
fight.
Nation wants to see.
Tyson Fury makes his stance crystal clear, putting Anthony Joshua above everything else in boxing right now. He shows total focus on the matchup, ignoring rankings and belts, and framing this fight as the defining moment for British boxing, one that will shape legacy more than anything else in the sport.
If it ain't Anthony Joshua next, I'm not interested in boxing. I'll eat 1,000 Easter eggs, go up to 35 stone, I'm out. I'm not interested. It's either him or I'm gone again. I'm not interested at all. I'm not interested in up-and-comers. I'm not interested in someone trying to prove a point over me. I don't care. I don't care about rankings. I don't care about belts. I only care now about AJ. That fight. That's the defining fight for British.
Shane Fury adds a realistic angle to the rivalry, suggesting the gap between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua has closed over time. He admits both fighters have aged, making this matchup much closer than before and turning it into a dangerous 50-50 clash where timing and sharpness could decide everything.
If you asked me 5 or 6 years ago, or 4 or 5 years ago, however long it would have been, it'd have been 75-25 Tyson. Now it evens up. The odds has evened up. I reckon I'd favour Tyson, but it's a close one. Both men's aged. It's just who's aged most, you know.
Tommy Fury criticizes Anthony Joshua for not giving a simple acceptance, suggesting hesitation has shifted control fully to Tyson Fury. He presents Tyson as ready and waiting, while implying Joshua's careful approach has only delayed what fans believe is the biggest heavyweight fight waiting to happen.
I feel like all AJ had to say was, I accept. But he was going around the houses like too much. And, I don't know, it just didn't really make sense. Literally, all he had to say was, I accept, I'll see you soon. But I don't know, Tyson put the ball in his court, so it's all on his terms. Now Tyson's ready to go.
Frank Warren pushes the narrative that the decision is now fully in Anthony Joshua's hands, while Tyson Fury has already committed and shown full readiness. He frames the ring moment as pure promotion, but also pressure, highlighting how every appearance, stare and call-out is building toward a final decision that the entire boxing world is waiting on. The tension is no longer casual, it is now public expectation turning into demand, and Joshua's next move will define the direction of the biggest British heavyweight showdown.
So it's up to him. Tyson's signed, he's up for it and he's ready to go.
When it comes to call-outs, that was quite an epic call-out by Tyson Fury. What did you make of it?
But AJ's here. I mean, you know, he's come to watch it, and that's an appropriate moment to do that. This is called promotion. That's what it's all about. And Tyson called him out, and you know, he either wants to do it or he don't want to do it. So one way or another, we'll find out very soon.
Adam Smith adds serious fuel to the speculation, suggesting that everything was expected to move from teasing to agreement inside the ring. The key detail here is the imbalance. Tyson Fury has already signed his side while Anthony Joshua appears not fully committed yet. That gap creates uncertainty around timing, building pressure on Joshua as fans and promoters expect clarity for a September-level blockbuster clash.
As I said, I thought that the fight would be certainly teased, if not agreed, in the ring afterwards for September. That's what I've been hearing. But yeah, we heard in the press conference Tyson Fury signed, and maybe...
Anthony Joshua responds with a calm but firm stance, making it clear he is focused on negotiation rather than theatrics. He separates himself from hype and shouting, insisting his mindset is purely professional and fight-driven. While he admits he is ready in his heart to face Tyson Fury, he also emphasizes structure, contracts and process, showing he wants the fight handled properly rather than driven by emotional confrontation. Highlights the power struggle behind the scenes, pointing out Tyson Fury's tendency to control negotiations and timelines. He rejects the idea that Anthony Joshua is scared, instead flipping the narrative by questioning what there is to fear. The message is confidence and leverage, suggesting both sides are posturing while real talks still remain unfinished despite massive public pressure.
AJ called him the landlord in there. Is he just sick of the years of back and forth at this point?
Because he wants to call the shots, Fury. He always has done. And that's why the fight never happened. So AJ's just saying, look, you need me, you're calling me, and you'll get me. Yeah, the fight, very confident the fight will happen, but at the moment, nothing signed.
Fury said AJ's terrified. Obviously, you don't agree, but yeah, what do you make of that?
Terrified of what? That tonight? Yeah. Think you'd be terrified of that? Come on. Even Fury fans, as I was walking out tonight, not the same energy. They know.
Carl Froch fuels the debate by suggesting Anthony Joshua has shown the most hesitation in public compared to Tyson Fury. He believes the fight is still very likely, especially with Fury already active and sharp from recent rounds. However, he stresses the missing ingredient is real confrontation, a proper face-to-face moment that would confirm the fight's reality in the eyes of fans and remove all remaining doubt.
The only person that don't want that fight, or sounded like they didn't want the fight, was Anthony Joshua. Talking about not stealing this thunder or whatever. I think the fight's going to happen. I think the fight is happening, and we're all looking forward to it. But Tyson Fury deserves respect, deserves credit, and yeah, we've got to acknowledge that he's just had a solid 12 rounds against a game opponent, and he got some good work in there, and that will set him up for the Anthony Joshua fight. And I'd like to see these two come together a little bit and just be face to face, up close and personal. Then you know it's.
Derek Chisora brings raw frustration into the discussion, making it clear he sees a massive difference in excitement between his own fights and what he witnessed from Rico Verhoeven's involvement in Boxing Talk. He dismisses the call-out as unnecessary and insists Anthony Joshua would dominate that kind of opponent with ease. His tone reflects old-school heavyweight thinking where only elite boxing experience matters, not crossover hype. He also questions why these calls are even being made, suggesting the sport should stay focused on real heavyweight competition. The underlying message is simple in his view: Anthony Joshua belongs at the top level, and any lesser challenge only slows down the division's real momentum and big legacy fights.
My fight, nobody sat the fuck down. Everybody was buzzing. His fight, we fucking fell asleep. He cannot give us any. I don't even know why he's calling out AJ. AJ will fucking smoke him. He needs to relax when I call shout out. That fight was shit.
Andy Lee looks at the bigger picture and admits this fight has gone beyond pure sporting necessity and moved into entertainment territory. He suggests neither Anthony Joshua nor Tyson Fury actually needs the fight for their careers anymore, yet the demand from fans keeps it alive. Even if timing feels delayed, the scale remains massive due to star power and history. He compares it to legendary crossover-level events where age or timing does not matter, only spectacle does. In his view, this is not just about belts or rankings anymore, it is about legacy, global attention, and creating one of the biggest boxing events the sport has ever seen, regardless of how long the build-up has taken.
I think it's a great fight for boxing and for fans. I don't think even man really needs it now. But it's been so long going on. Is it past sell-by date? Probably, but still it's going to be the biggest. Look how big any Mike Tyson event is, even though how old it, I mean, so people are going to get behind it, and it will be a fight for the ages in terms of an event and in terms of the two guys fighting each other. They're both great fighters.
Spencer Brown builds strong optimism around the Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury fight, suggesting it is already in motion behind closed doors. He uses the idea of baking the cake to describe a deal that is nearly ready but still being finalized. While he avoids confirming specifics, he strongly hints that major backing and platforms are involved, adding credibility to the scale of the event. The mention of Netflix and high-level promotion adds a modern global angle, showing this is not just a boxing match but a worldwide sporting production. His tone keeps expectation high, suggesting announcement timing is the only thing left before everything becomes official and the heavyweight world finally gets its biggest clash.
Because I know the fight will happen.
Definitely, this year.
Yeah, you know, we're just baking the cake. It's going to happen.
Turkey.
You know what Tyson said? He just told you.
But Turkey suggested it was going to be announced tonight, so is there a deal in place?
Oh, that's Turkey's business, isn't it? Not mine. But yeah, there's a lot I know, a lot I can't divulge, but I'm just going to say that this fight is going to happen. And the man behind it is Turkey Al-Sheikh, and the company behind it will be Netflix.
Sugar Hill Stewart and Joseph Parker reflect on how long this rivalry has been building without ever fully materializing. They point out that Tyson Fury has already made his intentions clear, yet the final response from Anthony Joshua is still the missing piece. While there is slight frustration about missed face-off moments, there is also clear respect shown for Joshua's personal journey and timing. The message is balanced, acknowledging that big fights need both fighters fully ready mentally and physically. They reinforce the idea that this is not just hype anymore, it is a long-standing heavyweight story waiting for closure, and the boxing world is simply waiting for Anthony Joshua to give the final green light.
Wait for it to happen. I mean, it's been talked about for the last 10 years, and Tyson said what he said tonight and gave him the opportunity to answer back. I'm not sure why. It would have been nice to see them in the ring to face off, you know. So I guess as fighters, it would have been
nice just to say yes.
Or say yes, yeah.
Something. But listen, Anthony Joshua's been through something, and you know that has to be respected as well. When he feels like he's ready, then he'll say something, you know, hopefully or whatever. Or if he doesn't, he doesn't. I mean, it's just life. But
The entire heavyweight world is now locked on one question, and it is whether Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua will finally settle this long-standing rivalry inside the ring. Tyson Fury has made it clear he sees Anthony Joshua as the only real fight that matters, while Anthony Joshua continues to respond with a calm but calculated approach, insisting negotiations and timing must be right. At stake here is not just belts or rankings but legacy, pride and the title of the biggest British heavyweight of this generation. If Tyson Fury wins, it cements his dominance over the era and shuts down every debate about superiority. If Anthony Joshua shocks the world, it rewrites everything and proves he still belongs at the very top of heavyweight boxing. Mentally, Tyson Fury appears more vocal and aggressive in his pursuit while Anthony Joshua looks more controlled and strategic, which makes this clash even more unpredictable. Fans are split on who truly wants it more and who will break under pressure when it finally happens. One thing is certain, this fight carries massive global attention and could define both careers forever. Now the question is simple. Are you backing Tyson Fury to dominate or Anthony Joshua to deliver the shock of the decade? Drop your prediction in the comments and join the debate.